It's the Puppy Rumble. Starring Lucy Lou and Wally too.
She's showing him that she's not too old. She's not too old to play. Ooh.
Now don't y'all get too rough now.
Okay, time out. Good girl, good boy.
There's Wally. It's like face right in the camera. Now let's see what they do.
Oh, he got his ball.
Well, that's Wally. That's Lucy.
Oh, she's wore out.
Okay. It's rest time. They're give out.
Come on, baby.
Wally with the ball. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Jack in the Box Models. I'm your host, Jack. Lucy, get back. Lucy's interfering. Alright, now let's see. On the front of this video, you should have just seen Lucy and Wally playing together. So, where's all my peeps at? Where they at? Where my peeps? There go my peeps. Look here, we got Old Tom from Rambler 69, Sean, the Scale Model Car Guy channel, Big Charlie at Big Charlie's Model Garage, Ron with Grandpa's Toy Room, Rob with Time Machine Scale Models, Papa Rob at Papa's Model Car Room, and we got Bruce at Mr. Upscale, Doug at Hensley's Hobbies, Ryan at RPM Games, Mike at Model Speed Shop, Dan the Man at 60s Rule, and Tim at Throttle Power. It's just, I thought y'all'd get a kick out of this. This is how my mind works. And for those of you that didn't get mentioned, I mean, these were just some names that come to me off the top of my head. No favoritism here. If I bought all the peeps for all of my peeps, this table wouldn't hold them. This table wouldn't hold all my peeps. So there's some of my peeps. Now I got a mail call. Something pretty special. Speaking of 60s Rule, I got this cool t-shirt from a drawing. Like glare. Let me see what I can do about this glare, y'all. Can I make it better? Can I make it worse? There we go. And if I move the camera, 60s Rule. Hobby enthusiast since the 60s. Got these neat looking little cars and planes and trains, and YouTube established 2012. I couldn't make up my mind if I wanted to frame this shirt or wear it. You know what? I'm going to wear it proudly because it's just too cool. It's too cool not to wear. And I used to have a 1/1 version of that band myself. Of course, it didn't look that good. Mine was all primered down with a white top and had a big wooden board for a front bumper and caught on fire every time I started it. After I bought the thing, it was my first vehicle I ever bought, but I wanted a van. And this guy I worked with had one, and I barely made it home. And but anyway, that's another story. So there's my new shirt. And thank you for that, Dan the Man. And I got some new supplies. There's my new bare metal foil. Let's see, who did I get that from? I got the box right here. Hobbylink.com. They've always took good care of me, and since I don't live too far from Georgia, I usually get my stuff pretty quick in a matter of a couple of days. So I got that. And from the Model Car Garage, I got me some orange and yellow flocking for my Vandal. The instruction says to do the interior floors with orange and yellow. I imagine back when that model first come out, it was orange and yellow paint, but I'm going to experiment with this. I'm going to mix a little bit of each color together and see how that comes out on a piece of cardboard. And who knows, I've got a few different ideas flying around. And there's that. I also have a new shop card I just got in the mail. I know a lot of you guys know this guy, Rob, from Time Machine Scale Models, with this beautiful 57 Chevy Bel Air on the front. If you guys, anybody watching, is not familiar with Rob at Time Machine Scale Models, I highly suggest you go over there and check him out. And thank you, Rob, for the kind words on the back, brother. I have got to get these shop cards. I got so much going on. I got to get these builds done, but I had all this mail coming in and stuff, and I kind of wanted to get caught up. I have been working feverishly on the cars. I've got the SWAT Nova upstairs in paint. I've got to put a couple more layers of paint on that, rework that top it messed up, and then finish it off with a bare metal foil, and boom, 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 it'll be back together. Let's see. I know everybody's been posting these Hobby Lobby finds, and I went to my local Hobby Lobby, and the shipments that they got in this time, really there was only one that I was interested in. I haven't seen too many people show this, and when I got to my Hobby Lobby, they only had one on the shelf. Numero uno, one. And I snatched it up. Yep, it's the Monogram 57 Chevy Nomad. I built one of these back in the early 80s, and I want to try to replicate this one like the one I built back then, which was candy red all over with the flames and then the chrome trim, of course. And I'm going to have to go with some Meteor tires on the back. A car like this with skinny tires on the back just does not do it for me. And in another video I'll do an unboxing of this, but so to give you guys something to look forward to. I really like this car. And let's see what else. There was something else. Oh, my medallion. I got my medallion from Dan for the Psychedelic 60s group build 2023, and thank you, Dan, for the kind words on the back. This will be displayed with my 66 Mustang when I get it finished. And since we're on that subject, let me see. Let me move the camera forward just a hair so I can get up and grab this body. I do have it taped off for the stripes, the gold stripes, and no, it's not perfect. I'm sure you could get out some measuring tools and things and see that it's not perfect, but you know, for an eyeball job, I think I got it going on. I'm going to paint these stripes, and of course before I paint, I'll make sure this tape is laid down like it's supposed to be. And then of course on the outside of the stripes, all that's going to be papered and taped off. And I'll get my gold stripes on there, and I can finish that up. In the process, I was opening the hood, and a little tiny paint chip popped up. And I tried saving it with my hobby knife, you know, cutting along the edge of the hood to try to get it to lay back down, but it just wouldn't do. So I had to buy another can of that emerald green paint so I can touch that up when I'm finished with everything else. Here's the emerald green. I found it at Hobby Lobby, $5.99. I think the first one I ordered online was like $9.99 plus shipping, so I can do another car with that. While we're at it, here's the dash that's going to go into that Mustang. I've got the gauges put in place. Let me bring the light back over now. I got the gauges put in place, and I've got the tester's clear cement over it to simulate the glass. And I've mounted my tack right up here where you could see it good with the driver's side. And not only that, I don't know if the camera will pick this up, but I've got a little tiny wire coming out of the tack and going down into the dash. Let's see if I can bring that in where you can see it. I can't get too close or you won't be able to see nothing. But there it is, little tiny black wire. And I got the vents, speakers and defroster vents. I got them black washed in and wiped down. So that's ready. To go. And I'm pretty proud of this. This is my tub for the 66 Mustang. This is the second time I've used the flocking, and I'm pretty proud of how it turned out. It turned out exactly the way I wanted it to, and this is why I take my time, guys, with this. I'm really anal about it, and plus I can't, you know, I've got physical problems. I can't sit at the workbench for 8-10 hours like some guys do. You know, usually about an hour and a half and I'm done. I've got to quit for a while. Sometimes I got to quit for the day. But I'm really proud how this turned out. I even thought, well, maybe I was trying to imagine what a 66 Mustang would look like with this back seat folded down, and I noticed there's a couple of panels in the back, and I thought, well, you know what, I bet that's got carpet back there too. So I did 2 strips back here with the flocking, and I was really proud how this turned out. I don't know if I can get the light right where you can see it or not, but you know, I've got, see, there's a shiny strip right there at the back at the top, and then right below it I've got the flocking, and it even comes up on each corner. There's like a square that comes up that I've got flocked as well, and that just worked out really good for me, and I'm really proud of how that looks, how that turned out. Okay, now okay, for the Vandal, I've just about got the engine done on this thing. This has a Boss 429 beast of a motor. Of course, I'm not finished with it. I've just gotten it started. I've got my spark plug wire holes drilled out and the valve covers, and Rob, I believe it is, over at what was his name again? What was his channel name again? Rats Live. You ought to go over there and check his channel out. He did a custom one that's not like the box art, and I mean, it's just wild and out there, and it's a killer looking build. And I noticed, see this little hole right here, this is where the distributor cap goes, and I noticed he had his mounted up here near the top, you know, with the wires coming out. And I'm just wondering, I haven't gotten a response from him yet, but I was just wondering if he did that because when you put it together with the distributor cap and wires, does it not fit in the chassis properly or what? I've not gotten to that point yet, so I'd like to know what was going on there, Rob, or did you just do that for a different look? Because I mean, his van is just totally customized. Beautiful van he built too. And the reason why I don't have the back here painted yet is because, as you can see, this is how I handle it. I've got some touch up to do on the bottom. The oil pan, it was black as well, and I went over it with the Molotov chrome, and of course you're constantly having to touch that stuff up. If you touch anything with it, it's going to ruin it. And well, it's not really made for painting, it's made for touch-up. But I really like if you can get it to lay down, and well, like, you know, this side right here, for example, if you get it to lay down and it's not touched, it looks just like chrome. But if you ever touch anything with it, you're gonna have to go back over it. It's gonna leave little messed up goober spots or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, that's I've started on that as well. I'm juggling 3 kits now, and I bought this at Hobby Lobby. It's a glitter, and some pretty good sized pieces of glitter in here, and they're all like octagon shape. Says jumbo silver. I was trying to think of a way. I was hoping I would find, like in the jewelry department, a disco ball about the same size as the light that goes in the Vandal, the back of the Vandal. It hangs from the ceiling, but I didn't find anything like that. So I found this, and I thought, you know what? I'll just make my own disco ball and glue these pieces of glitter to it, and they all should form together pretty good since they're all the same shape. And try that and see how that goes. So $3.49 I got on this. I guess that's what I paid for it. I'm not sure, but there's a whole lot of glitter there. You could do a whole lot of wild stuff with it. So I don't know. We'll see how that turns out. Let's see what else I got. The windshield from my Nova. It's turned out okay, I guess. Let me move this dark pad. Maybe you can see it better, or I can put my hand behind it. That's remember I was experimenting with that visor inside the glass look with the magic marker, and that's about as good as I could get it. And you know, it don't look too bad, you know, from a distance. But that's in my Nova, and once I get it all, you know, all the way assembled, if it don't look too bad, I may do that on the Mustang as well. We'll just have to wait and see how that goes. But there's that. And let's see, I think I've already showed you this, but I'm not sure, I don't remember. There's my Mustang rolling chassis. Got those wheels on there. Yeah, I really like the way that looks. And I'm not so sure about the stance, how that's going to go once I get the body on there. It seemed like when I put it on before, I may want to jack the rear end up just slightly. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But there's that one. And here is my rolling chassis. Oh, excuse me. For my Nova, my 75 SWAT car. And let me back my Mustang up a little. And of course I flocked the interior on that one. That was the first flock job I did. And it did okay. I just you know, it's one of those things, you know, they say practice makes perfect. And of course I got my police radio here. Want to put some antennas on the cars. I know a lot of people don't do antennas. I know they're aggravating, but look, you're going to have a radio in the dash and there's no antenna. Hello. But I understand some of the newer vehicles, they had the antennas mounted inside of the, you know, the back window or the front window, you know. But you know, these older cars, they had antennas, you know. You want to make them realistic, they're going to need antennas. But that's about all I got for now. I've got a ton of work in front of me, guys. I just wanted to do a catch up on what's been piling up here. And thanks to all my old subscribers, my new subscribers. And remember, Jesus loves you. Bye now.